Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation programme which takes the literary, the theatrical and the cinematic heritage of the English-speaking world and turns into half an hour of dodgy jokes. Featuring tonight from the west coast of America, though frequently going beyond the pale, the spectacular Greg Proops. Then from the cast of Cheers, but tonight definitely going beyond the norm, the charming George Wendt. Then originally from Canada, but now as British as Greg Rudetsky's passport, the celebrated Colin Mochrie, and finally from somewhere halfway up the Rocky Mountains, the sensational Ryan Stiles. Okay, now, let's... Settle down, I haven't done anything yet. Let's do the first game tonight, and that's film and theatre styles for Greg and Colin. If you'd like to come on down. They're going to act out a little scene, which I'll give them in just a moment, but they have to break into a variety of film and theatre styles, as suggested by our studio audience. Has anyone got any favourite film styles, theatre styles?
Three Stooges.
What was that, the goodies, did you say?
Three Stooges.
Oh, the Three Stooges, sorry.
Three Stooges.
I'm sorry, madam, the improviser's not supposed to make fun of the audience. Anyway, the Three Stooges, and... sorry? What's that? West Side Story. Oh, right. Australian soaps. Woody Allen. Braveheart. You're getting very specific. Just more styles. What was that? Greek tragedy. I generally throw that in because they can't do it. So it's okay, let's move along. We've got loads there. And, oh, this is sort of like Gremlins. Colin has a pet gremlin called Greg. He forgot to heed the warning to keep him away from water. That's your scene. Very straightforward. I'll throw in some easier styles as we go along.
Righty-ho, Mr. A.
Okay, Mr. P.
Grimley? What were you doing in the shower?
Getting wet.
Stand back, I have my gremlin repellent spray.
Not talcum powder.
Yes.
Do it something Scottish, like Braveheart or something like that.
Well, you can deny me out, but you'll never take away my freedom. I'm a Scottish gremlin, so don't expect me to buy the drinks.
Oh, didn't give me that rubbish yet, wee blarney bucky knocky fucky.
Did you call me a wee blarney bucky knocky fucky?
And I'd say, och.
Okay. A very good shirt for this, but I'm not sure the accent's very convincing. Let's do an Australian soap opera while you're doing accents.
You've gabbed all over me, mate.
Och, I did you.
Now you're gabbing all over yourself.
Och, I hate being done under.
Dan, I cannot...
Och, we gotta stop you from being a nasty gremlin, och, I.
Why have the Scots invaded Australia?
I'll be a gremlin if I want.
Wait a minute. Woody Allen.
You see, if I get wet, it creates a situation. Really unseemly, and I don't, because you're very large with the chestal areas, and I can't. I'm gonna go now, because there's a lady gremlin, and her thing is up, and I gotta go in before...
Och, you're no going anywhere.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Well done. Yes, indeed. Yes, very good. Very good. Not unlucky week there, because Colin's trying to prove his British nationality, or birthplace in Scotland of his great-great-grandfather. But they won't convince him of the passport office with that. As we go on to a game called Old Job, New Job. This is for Greg, George, and then Ryan. So, Greg and George, you're going to be starting improvising a scene. George, you're taking your wife, who is played by Greg, out to a restaurant, and Ryan is the waiter. What could be simpler? Well, the only thing is the waiter used to be a drugs squad officer, drugs squad cop, and he has to bring some of that in the way that he waits on table. So away you go, just have your scene with the two of you.
This is a lovely place.
Thank you. I hope you don't mind. It's a stand-up oyster bar.
Oh, no. I mean, after all, it's only our 10th anniversary.
Yeah, but I know you love oysters.
I really do. And you're going to love them too later.
Can I get your table? How about a table? Up against the wall! Up against the wall!
Hey!
Hey!
Up against the
Easy,
wall!
fella.
Fine.
Smoking or non-smoking?
I'm smoking right now, baby.
Hey! Your eyes are about to fall right out of your head. What kind of waiter are you? You're a madman.
I'm sorry, I gotta be... Spit it out. Spit it out! Spit it out! Here's your menu. Here's yours.
Thank you.
Now, why don't you have a seat right here? Who told you about this place?
I'm taking my purse and I'm leaving.
No, you're not. Let's see what's in that purse.
Hey!
What do you call that?
That's a mirror.
That's right, a mirror. And what do you use that for?
Makeup.
Right. And what's this? A little bit of powder?
Yes.
What's that for?
Makeup.
You might want to use it.
I've never been so violent in all my life.
I've had just about enough
Yeah,
here.
you
and,
sort him out.
You've
really?
lost
Let me call another waiter. I've got problems here. Table 3. Table 3, come on in. I've got problems
Okay,
here.
thank you very much. That's much like dig of that. Well done. Oh, thank you very much. I'll take the opportunity to plant some points on Ryan there as we go into a game called Let's Make a Date. This is going to feature everybody, but it will specifically feature Greg Proops appearing on a dating program, and he has to decide which of the other three he wants to go out on a date with, which will be hard enough, you might think. But in addition to that, they're playing different characters, and he has to work out which characters they are doing. So away you go, Greg.
Right. Hi, contestant number 1.
Hi.
I love outer space. If I were a planet, how would you probe me?
Yeah, well, I'd have to get a soil sample first.
Okay. Number 2. Hi.
Bonjour.
Ooh, bonjour. Enchanté.
Yes.
I love visiting foreign countries. If you were going to take us someplace special on our date, where would you take us?
Oh, I would take you many places. Where you wonder? Well, I don't know. Oh, hi.
Contestant number 3. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How you going?
Good, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Bad.
What?
Terrible. Good.
Bad?
No, fine.
Okay.
Come on.
Hot. All right. I enjoy clothing.
Who doesn't? I don't.
If you were going to take me shopping, where would we go?
I'd probably take you to some sort of mall where we could just pick up stuff that we didn't really care about.
Fine. Contestant number 1.
Yeah.
I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
Do you like the outdoor country life?
You know, I'm afraid it's going to take like 3 months longer and cost about 5 times as much to enjoy that country life than we had originally, had planned.
All right, I can wait. Contestant number 2.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Mamma mia.
Yeah. Listen, I like roller skating and rollerblading. What kind of sports activities do you enjoy?
I like all kinds of slow sports.
Oh, hi. Cool. Number 3. I'm not very aggressive. Do you enjoy fighting, or are you a kind of a nice person?
I guess I enjoy fighting. I enjoy it once.
Go to somebody else.
Okay, Greg, these are, I have to say, virtually impossible, but what's your guess on these?
You'd have to say they're virtually impossible.
I'm going to say it when you get them wrong. But,
All right.
Maybe
I'm
get them
over
right.
here. If I had a buzzer, I'd say it too.
Yeah.
George is a mechanic, someone who ups the price on you all the time. He's
A construction worker kind of person.
Of course
That's
he
it,
is.
yes.
He's a
So
construction
that's-
worker.
Between the two of us, we've got it. Well done.
And Colin is someone whose accent is taking a train across Europe. No, he's a seductive European guy.
That's it. That is it. Yeah.
And
exactly the word.
Ryan is a schizophrenic. He's mentally ill, and his personality keeps shifting up and down.
Mood swings. I didn't think you'd get that, but I was determined you would, and I give you 1,000,000 points because my money's on you tonight. As we go on to a game called Foreign Film Dub, and it's for Colin and George. They're going to come on down and improvise a film, really, in a foreign language, and we'll decide which foreign languages that is in for a moment. And the other two, Ryan and Greg, will be translating for them. So, which language do you think we should do this in? We're not doing any more Scottish tonight. That's quite. Turkish is a fairly straightforward language, so Turkish. And we need an epic film title that might fit in with doing it in Turkish. The Return of the... Sorry. The Return of the Chicken. You've had a lot of suggestions in tonight, haven't you? None of them have worked so far, so let's just... OK, The Return of the Chicken, a Turkish film classic, as translated by your colleagues. Take it away.
Have you seen my thigh?
Someday, the chicken will return.
It is no use looking in there. That is the cupboard.
I miss the chicken as I miss the hair from my legs.
Here, share with me a popular Turkish libation I am about to pour.
It smells like goat pee.
You're close. It's chicken juice. I got it on sale. What are you whining about?
Let me get a word in edgewise. Can't you see I'm drinking?
I will yell at the same time as you so as to baffle and perplex you.
Let me teach you a lesson, my friend. I have removed my testicles and they are in my hands.
Yes, and there we'll take a break there while I work out the points. See you after. Bye. Well, welcome back, and the scores are level at this moment, though not equal, which is rather strange. As we go into a game called Press Conference, it's for all 4 contestants, but it will be featuring Colin Mochrie as a very important person taking a press conference. The others are journalists, and they're asking him questions, but I'm handing them the information which tells them who Colin is. Colin doesn't know who he is, and he has to work it out just from the way the press conference goes.
Thank you very much for joining me here at this important press announcement. Please feel free to ask me anything. Yes, sir.
Where did this happen?
It happened outside a small newspaper shop in Surrey. Yeah.
Were you shocked at all?
Shocked. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't expect that large a crowd. Yes.
Were you impressed or saddened?
You know, it's so hard to say, really. I think a mixture of the both. I was impressed at first and then sad when it was over.
Does size matter?
Size doesn't matter. It's just as long as you go for as long as you can and have a smile at the end.
Will you bring him back for a second term? Or a third?
Or a third or a fourth. As many terms as he wants, because, gosh, he's good. Yes.
How good is he?
Oh, can I tell you? Well, just the fact that the gigantic crowd showed up shows you how good he is. And that was without a net. Yes.
Did you need protective shielding of any kind?
Yes, a large lead condom. Apparently. And a stick. Yes.
Does the First Lady know?
Absolutely not. Hillary doesn't know anything at all about
Okay,
this.
okay. What is it? What are you? I think you may be led down a slightly wrong route, but what do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
had sex with President Clinton in a bunker.
Well, that's very good. That's close enough. I think you... What was it? You slightly exceeded your brief there. It was simply that President Clinton exposed himself to you, but...
And then we had sex.
Yeah. Fair enough. So I don't know if I give you half points or double points there. As we go on to a game called Weird Newscasters. This is a game for all 4 contestants. Now, Greg is the anchorman of a news programme, somewhat hampered by the fact that everybody else on the show is a touch weird. Ryan, you're the co-anchor, and you are constantly moaning about your personal problems. George is the sports presenter, and he gets bizarrely turned on by sport, excessively turned on by sport. Bit of a hamper there. And Colin is the weatherman who always wanted to be a chorus line choreographer. That sounds straightforward enough. There'll be some music to set the scene, and after that, it's in your hands, Greg.
Good evening, everyone. I'm terrifying under the sheets.
And I'm Rand McNally, and my shorts are really tight.
Just in. Martians send probe to Earth. No one notices.
It's probably gonna land near my house. The traffic getting home's gonna be miserable. Get home in time to find my wife having an affair with the mailman.
Sure. And there's mystic Filipino children covering the state of Indiana.
Probably taking jobs from people like me.
Okay. Let's whip it over to sports, shall we? We've got a tremendous weekend of sports lined up for you. George!
Bob, Charles, we've got baseball scores, we've got football scores, we've got basketball, giant basketball players I think it's time we listed penis size in the program.
I don't even want to talk about penis size. Don't even get me into that.
Well, moving right along, let's throw it over to weather. We have got a fantastic night coming up ahead of us, do we not, Colin?
Yes, we do. What kind of weather are we going to have? What kind of weather? What kind of weather? I don't know. Let's take a look. Stretch. It looks like there's going to be clouds. Clouds. And one more time. Cloud and clouds. I love weather. I love weather.
So does that mean we can expect rain tomorrow, Col?
I don't know.
I guess you missed your real calling, huh, Colin?
Is that a normal penis? Is that big
Would you
enough for
stop? Stop it!
Doesn't seem like I got enough.
Put it back. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. We won't be on tomorrow because there's a special... Stop it!
Look hardly enough for one more.
It's normal if you're not human. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, we won't be back tomorrow night. We preempted with a very special edition of When Marsupials Attack. That's all for the news. Good night.
Okay, well done. And that's... I don't see how you can't award that game to Colin, but there it is. That's what's happened. As we go into a game called Mission Improbable, this is for Colin, Ryan, and Greg. Colin and Ryan will be acting out an everyday scene in due course, but Greg will be the voice on the tape like he used to have on Mission Impossible. So what I want you to do is to give them a mission, something that get them out of the house.
Cleaning the cooker.
You go out of the house to clean the cooker?
Taking the car to the car wash.
Okay, get to the car wash. Okay, that's fair enough. That takes you out of the house, so where you go.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, is it afternoon already?
Well,
Just about.
I guess I misspoke. Well, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
The mission I'm about to give you is one of extreme danger and possible urgency. The Eastern European country of is in grave trouble. The Prime Minister arrives here today, and his car is dirty. Your task, if you decide to accept it, is to take the car to the car wash and have it washed. Remember, if you are caught or killed, that's your tough shit. I'm not done yet. Remember, if either of you are to die, please leave me your stuff and your will. Good luck, gentlemen. This tape will self-destruct faster than you think.
Okay.
Kidding.
Time.
This is our hardest mission yet.
Look, if one of us doesn't come back, I hope it's you.
I only have one thing to say. Let's go.
We gotta get out the door somehow. Out to the front drive.
No! They'll be expecting that. Right. Let's go down the window. Put on the big puffy shoes.
Right. What's the purpose of this?
When we jump, we'll bounce a little, not break our knees.
Right.
I guess first floor, we didn't really have to put the shoes on.
There it is.
My God, it's a mess.
You want to drive? That is, if we can find the door.
Wait, I got my electronic door finder. It's that thing with the knob.
Right. I'll turn off the alarm.
Is it on or off?
I don't know. I've pressed it so many times. Red button, green button, red button, green button.
I'm gonna try opening. Get behind my body.
Careful, careful. Get in.
Wait a minute. We better pretend we're in England.
There's 2 steering wheels in here. Hey, we could pretend it's a driver's training course.
Yes!
In England.
I don't know what to do!
Steer with me, steer with me. With me, with me. Okay, act casual. My God, what are these devices? Baseball hats. That ought to keep terrorists away.
But you press these buttons, and a cricket match comes on the front part, it bores the terrorists, and then you can take their stuff away.
We haven't got time. That could take days. My God, look at the size of that.
We better stop here and push the car the rest of the way. Right. Don't ask me why.
All right. There's a chance we might get wet in there. There's a chance we might not be able to breathe. Put this on. You look good.
What aren't I gonna breathe, you think?
You just look good in there.
Watch out for the brushes!
Okay, thank you. That was well done. That's it. Finished. Wow. There you go. That's a bizarre ending there, but it's the last game, and well, adding other points, I see I can't distinguish anybody tonight. You're all winners. You're all equal. You're all winners. All losers. And you have to play the part of a complete family on a holiday sending back video messages to home. And let me just thank Greg Proops, George, Wendt, Colin, Mochrie, Ryan, Stiles, me, Clever, and saying good night. Good night.
This trip sucks. I want to go.
We're doing this for Uncle Dan Patterson.
Hate Uncle
not
Dan.
doing it. I pass.
This
I
sucks.
pass to you.
Your father's been run over by a lot of bulls. And Michael Matheson was responsible for it. He got them
Eric
started.
Levy's a wiener.
You're adopted.
I am not.
You are so.
I am not.
Ruth Phillips is really your mother.
I'm not. She is not.
As Mark Levison will tell you, everything's legal in Amsterdam. There's
Dowdy,
nothing you
dowdy.
can't do there.
Dowdy, dowdy, dowdy,
Go
dowdy.
down.